Um, let's see. Sunday. Sunday was a good day. I love you. I love you more. Let's see. Sunday was a good day. Despite one thing, I have to talk about this one. To the people that, to a certain person, which was blocked on Twitter. And here's the thing, stop creating so many accounts to harass the people that run the show Twitter. They're good people. They don't get paid, unfortunately, which sucks. But they do it because they love the show. And I love them. They are great people. They run the show. They run the show's Twitter. They did write some bad things about Tom King once they found out we were blocked by Tom King, which I don't know why. I didn't do anything. I didn't say anything on the show. I did, but still, it was for entertainment purposes only. To the person known as Harley Leto, you need to stop harassing the people that run the show's Twitter. Get a life. Grow up. Move on. Do whatever the hell you are doing in life. Just focus on that. I am not on Twitter. I don't want anything to do with Twitter. I got blocked. It is sweet that a lot of people took the time out of their seconds of their lives to block me. Anything you said to Tom King was true. It is true. The thing is about Tom King, I hope he does Batman Catwoman right. And knowing my sources saying that Warner Brothers and AT&T are keeping a sharp eye on what's going on with this comic is a good sign, because you don't want to anger any more fans. You don't. Especially me, because I will blow up the show. But the Harley Leto person, move on, get a life, and stop making death threats to the people running the Twitter and me. Alright, I got threatened to get killed once or twice, more than I can count, because I am a dickhead to people. They deserve it. But threatening people that run a Twitter account that just reposts live shows that we do on Twitter, it's what they're doing. I mean, they post some funny things, but I mean, they have to get my approval of it, because they have to send it to me on Instagram to see, like, do you like this? Yeah, just go ahead, post it. Just stop. Okay? And one more thing. When you're doing a show on YouTube, make sure you have lighting. You're not a dick, you're Batman. I'm Batman. Here's the thing. When you're doing a YouTube show, make sure you have good lighting, and make sure your microphone on your audio is on and working. That's my advice for you. Anyway, we're talking about something interesting. Camazotz. Here's a cool thing about it. I find the Mayan history, Mayan culture, and the history of the Mayans fascinating. The mystery of itself, of them disappearing. Laughing emoji face. Camazotz, known as the I forgot to click on the Wikipedia thing, because I like reading Wikipedia. Camazotz is a Mayan mythology, and it was the bat god. Camazotz means deathbed in a Mayan language. Which is a fascinating thing, because the name itself, Kama, means death. Zot means bat. Death bat. So, I love researching this Camazotz character, the Bat God. Otherwise, a lot of people call it the real Batman. And I wrote down some things about Camazotz, the Death Bat, and my pages are flying in the wind because of the fan. And I had to move the fan. So, Camazotz was a figure that was imposing power in mythology. So, one thing that always fascinated me studying history and stuff, because for those who don't know, when I was a young lad, I loved history. I was such a history nut. And I loved alternative history, which always led to more questions and research. That's something that I always got in trouble with teachers in school because I always asked questions. I always questioned authority, which my advice to people is question authority. Always question. You know, it's always the thing. A lot of people always get mad when you question authority, when you question knowledge, people with knowledge. And they always have to put their imposing will on others. Where you can't question authority, you can't question media. For example, I know that I'm not going to get political, and I don't want to get political, but when Donald Trump was running for president, I know a lot of people are like, oh shit. But hear me out. When Donald Trump was running for president, the media always got mad when he questioned them, when he criticized them. And I know a lot of people are like, well, he called them fake news. Well, it's like, for example, if CNN's talking about testicular cancer surgery on their network, then you're like, oh shit. And of course, one of the reporters, who I don't like, talks about it, and it's just like, oh, it proves the theory. You have no balls. It's just, I know I get angry with the news and stuff, but look how they got so defensive when Trump questioned them. Just people with power don't like being intimidated. Knowledge is power. That is true. It makes me think of the Family Guy clip. It makes me think of that. Camazotz. I just love this character. I actually wrote a Batman Game of Thrones story, which I include Camazotz, who gives the bat power to Batman. It's just a fun little story. Camazotz was a Masonic mythology as dangerous cave-dwelling bat creature. A cult following followed for the creature and started with the Zapotic Indians in Osaka, Mexico, whatever. And the figure was later adopted in the pantheon of the Maya tribe. And the legends of the Bat God later recorded in Mayan literature and all that. Yep. It always fascinated me with how researchers and stuff find new things. It's kind of like, for example, in California they found skeleton of dinosaurs. And by the way, I gotta mention this one. What's up with Los Angeles? Because I was on break this weekend, and I was like catching up on the news and stuff. Do you know that Los Angeles, directly in Los Angeles, I'm not criticizing people in California who listen to the show. God be with you. But Los Angeles found out they have diseases that go back to the medieval time, medieval diseases, such as the plague, which no one has not seen since the medieval times. And it's scary as shit because they say like antibiotics today they don't know if antibiotics today can fight the plague because it started from the rats. It's like they have a rat problem because they have a trash problem. And I thought, for Los Angeles, I thought they would recycle more. I thought they would like recycle their trash and all that. I didn't realize they would have a trash problem. I mean, I don't know what's up with them, but damn, I didn't realize they would have a trash problem. I mean, I don't have a trash problem. I don't even have a rat problem. I have a ton of cats who I love dearly because I'm Catman. Besides Batman. But it's like, damn, I didn't realize they would have that problem. Boy. Yeah. The thing that always just... I have a ton of cats, so... I gave each of them a name, by the way. I know a lot of people are like, what's your cat's names? Let's see, I have the black cat who I named Romeo, because he flirts with my cat Lola, my daughter. I know a lot of people find it weird. It's like, you have a daughter? Yeah, she's a cat. She's Lola. So, and I have 2 cats that always hang out with each other. When I was picking them up and petting them, I was checking, because I don't want to give a cat a name, and it's like, you find out it's a boy. It's like, I don't want to name a boy cat Bella and be like, shit, that poor cat. It's going to be like the song from Johnny Cash, My Name is Sue. But, I have 2 there's 2 kittens as well. I named Edward and Bella, because they always together, and they're always climbing trees together. And I have the one cat that just stares at me in a very creepy manner. Like, I was sitting in the living room yesterday, and it was like dark. And all of a sudden, I feel 2 eyes watching me from the outside the window. And I turn around, and it's the cat staring at me. The mama cat of the kittens, staring at me, just eyeballing me. And I'm thinking, like, where the hell did you come from? So, for those who don't know, I have 2 dogs, a cat. I'm an animal lover. I love cats, dogs, except birds. I don't like birds. I'm not a big bird person. I just don't like birds. They're messy and they smell. And and anyway, the cat was just staring at me, and all of a sudden, right beside the mama cat is Romeo, the black cat. And I named him Romeo because it's just, I don't like him, but he looks at my Lola. Even though he climbs a tree and sleeps on a branch. I don't know how. I don't even know how that's comfortable for him, but he does. I don't like the way he looks at my cat. It's very, Anyway, there is a Mayan cat god, so, by the way, so if you don't know. It's very fascinating. Bats are considered menacing creatures in many cultures, which we all know, because they're always associated with the night, which the night is always associated with death. And bats are also many common species also have very bizarre appearances, which bats I don't think bats have bizarre appearances. They have a very